Welcome to Life Fit with the DVD. Welcome back. Thanks for being here. Today, I wanted to talk a bit about why our mind runs on programs and how that affects our lives and how we can change them. So, recently, I came of the realization that a lot of what we think about, all of the thoughts that come through our head on a daily basis, are existing thoughts that we have had before. These aren't novel things, these are typically things we need to do, tasks, maintenance, dreams, desires, right? Wanna do's, but don't have the times to do have the time to do things. There's all sorts of ideas that run through our head on a daily basis. Some of them we are driving ourselves because they are things that we've done before and we have to do. Other things are things that we're putting or allowing in our consciousness from other people, through social media, through the news, through the things we experience in our environment. And these things, as I talk about a lot here, might not be something that you want to be allowing in your consciousness. These could be, things that really don't concern you, that don't actually affect your life in a tangible, material way. Doesn't mean that these things are not important. Of course they are, but if we want to look at changing our life, we need to look at how can we make our lives better first, right? How can we manifest the things that we want in our life, manifest our vision, create our vision, so that it makes the world better? Because ultimately, that's what many of us would like to do, is to be living on purpose and to be helping make the world a better place. But if we're focusing on all the negatives, all of the things that we can't control, that we can't do anything about, that seem way bigger than us, well, that's just going to bog us down and isn't really us focusing our attention on the things that matter. So, what can we do about this? Well, ultimately, these are programs. These are programs that are running through our head. And when I say the maintenance, I didn't even include the memories, right? The stories that we tell ourselves. Oftentimes, we have a lot of stories that are going on inside of our heads, of what we think defines us, and memories and associated experiences and the meaning we've derived from them, and how we fit in with everybody else in society, and where this is what we are. These memories, these programs, run through our head very often, and often we just think, yeah, okay, this is us, this is who I am. Time to make peace with that, time to just accept that and move on. Yeah, that's part of the story, but on the other end of things, that is the story, right? Because that is the story that we are telling ourselves, and we are focusing on it and allowing ourselves to experience the emotions that come with that story. Oftentimes, these stories aren't the most empowering. Sometimes, they are empowering, but at the same time, we need to be very careful about the stories that are unconsciously being repeated in our minds, and allow ourselves to just become aware of them, right? These are programs, and if we can't stop the program manually by slowing down, by stopping, by taking a breath, maybe like I had said yesterday, writing it in a journal, becoming aware of, externalizing what these thoughts are and putting them into some sort of tangible manner, we won't be able to hijack the program. And maybe meditation, is a good solution as well, to just slow down, to become aware of the program, and then writing upon it if certain thoughts that are just circling around and they just keep popping up. Write it down. Is this something that you want to believe about yourself? Because often these aren't things that we really choose. These are things that we've allowed to define us and have given us an identity in this world that might not be the most empowering, might not be something that we want to be. It might not be an empowering story. So if you do experience these things and you find that it isn't the most empowering story, or if you're telling yourself a story of victimhood, or oh, you're not in control, well, that isn't doing any justice for the world and yourself, because you're not living up to your expectations of yourself. And and, and maybe you feel bad about that. Maybe you feel bad because you know you could do more. However, you feel like you're failing. You feel like you're not getting the things done that you need to. So you need to hijack this program. You need to hijack the story, slow down, and instead of focusing on the memories of the past and the programs associated with them and the emotion of that, you need to slow down and start to think about your vision for the future. What do you want to create? What do you want to put out into the world? How do you want to help other people? Um, and if these are things that you think about, but then another part of you quickly shuts it down because it says, "Oh, I don't like that. No, my spouse won't like that idea," or this is the unknown. This is the uncomfortable. That means you're doing it right, right? If you feel uncomfortable, it means you're going to be able to experience something new. And that is the catch 22 to all of this, right? You need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's a really hard thing for people to do because oftentimes we are really stuck in a lot of our patterns. We are creatures of habit. So if we don't create a routine of putting ourselves out there in a way where we are being a little bit uncomfortable, or we feel a bit uncomfortable, we're never going to be able to experience something new in our lives that is something that we want to create. Um, and there are so many stories that can come up from this. The feeling of, oh, I'm not enough. I'm not enough of an expert. I don't know enough. I don't have enough skills. I don't have the money. I don't have the emotional power to overcome these things. All of these things are stories, right? We have no idea what the void, what the unknown can bring to us when we put things out there with good intention, with a good vision. We have no idea the magic that can happen, of what might come up, the people that might appear, the opportunities that might appear, and it really just starts with becoming aware of these programs that we are running in the background, and allowing ourselves to focus on what we want to define our future as. What is our vision? See whatever it is that we want to create. Speak to yourself in your mind as if these things have already happened. You've already achieved the wealth or the financial goal that you have, right? Um, Speak as if it already happened. Think as if it already happened, and feel how happy you would feel about having these things in your life. And once you can get that feeling behind your vision, things will start to change, right? You'll just feel better in general. And this is because you are literally becoming a different person. You're no longer functioning on the brainwave pattern of your past. You're functioning on a vision of the future. So if you are not, or if you are allowing yourself to be defined by your past, you will never be able to realize your potential of the future. So you need to define yourself by the vision of the future and not your past. So this is the key thing about hijacking these programs is you have to have a clear vision, and it doesn't even need to be a completely clear vision. It just needs to be something that you focus on instead of allowing yourself to go unconscious. And ultimately what it comes down to in all of this is we need to just get used to a new pattern of allowing ourselves to hijack these programs and these habits. And once we're able to do that more and more, we can shift our focus back into the vision, back into feeling the future and experiencing that future in real time as if it's already happened. And sure, we're not going to always have great days. We're going to fall back into unconscious patterns. Something might happen via a person, might say something to you, or you might get triggered in some way. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you review what happened during the day. How did you do, right? Just go through it consciously. And if there's things that you wanted to correct, you didn't feel very good about, or you wished you got more done, well, how would you change tomorrow? How would you change the things that you want to do in the future, right? How could you hijack that program before it actually derails your day or makes you really triggered, or does something even worse? We need to have some compassion for ourselves in how we basically are coaching ourselves, right? We need to coach ourselves into that vision that we want. And ultimately, that starts with hijacking our programs and becoming more aware of them in the moment. And ultimately, this is a practice. This isn't going to be something that you're going to change right away. However, if you focus on your vision for your future, feeling it, experiencing it, and really holding that vibrational state, that energetic state, things will happen. Things will happen, and they might not expect how you think they're going to happen, but things will happen. And the key is to not get down as well. Don't get down on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't start striving or being frustrated. Just stay focused, right? Stay focused on that energy of the person in the future that you want to create for yourself. So I hope that helps some people to potentially visualize a better state by hijacking their programs that are running unconsciously. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're working through this experience as well. How do you go about doing it? Let me know. A like and subscribe would be great if you enjoyed this as well. And until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.